on ABBAS HUSSAIN from Behind the Gloves, and I'm here with David Coldwell.
How you doing?
How you doing, Dave? Been a busy couple of weeks for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been nuts. It's been really good, yeah.
Let's talk about this press conference because there's nothing else. There's nothing bigger to talk about. Chris Eubank had a bit of a pop. Did you feel like it was a pop anyway?
I think everybody saw it as a pop. But why? What have I got to do with it? I'm only a kids manager. You know?
What was
strange? Was it? You think it might be so people be talking about Chris Senior? Think it might be about that?
I'm not sure.
I think so. I think it's all about, you know, it's usual stuff. He's got to be the one that everybody's talking about. He's in the limelight. They're not talking about Chris Junior, talking about Senior.
What was being said out there, because there was talks between you two, and we weren't recording it, but Chris told me not to record.
That's because Chris is only allowed. He only allows media to speak, to film his words when he's in control and he's the one that's talking. Anybody that starts talking back, then I'm afraid that he doesn't allow that.
Let's talk about the fight though. Great fight. Your fighter Tom Doran fighting Chris Eubank Jr. How far has Tom gone in the last couple of years from prize fighter?
Yeah, I'm over the moon with him. He's a grafter. He learns from mistakes, and he always finds a way to win. You know, he was the underdog in prize fighter. He was the underdog when he fought Keeler last time out. Got off to a terrible start. So composed, and he did the business. He came back and won spectacular. The thing about him, he's got a really good demeanour about himself that helps him in fights like this, where nothing ruffles him. The occasion, people around him, you know, he handles everything. He's really, really strong mentally. So laid back. Junior even picks up on that himself. You know, it's strange. It's almost like an assassin sort of mentality where nothing ruffles him.
But it's like the thing though, because I spoke to Junior and he said maybe he's not confident. Maybe
that's how he is all the time. Okay. He is not, honestly, for every fight, this is how he is. It's not about him not being confident. It's about him not having to sing and dance to bring his confidence over.
So as a manager and a trainer, you wouldn't do anything stupid enough if you saw the fight and your fighter wouldn't, you know, if you thought your fighter couldn't win the fight, you wouldn't take it. But you think this fight, Tom's got a very good chance of winning the fight.
Listen, I say it how it is, right? Our man's the underdog. I understand that. He's the underdog without a doubt. But do I think this underdog can win this fight? Yeah, I do. They've wanted this fight for a long time, Tom and his dad and his trainer Shane. You know, they've all been pestering about this fight. We've watched Eubank come through. Tom wants to test himself. He's not in boxing just to fight nobodies and box down the bill somewhere. He wants to push himself. He wants to test himself. He wants a British title, and he's got a British title shot. You know, he won prize fight, he's won a WBC international title. Now next step is get a British title. Eubank's a British champion. He's getting paid a great wage offer already. And he's got the opportunity to box on an AJ undercard against a big name. And this is what he's in the game for. But we're here to win. You know, he's an underdog, but is he any more of an underdog to what Eubank Jr. is against Golovkin? No. Does that mean that Eubank's not going to go into that fight believing he can win? Does that mean that Eubank shouldn't go into that fight because he's a massive underdog? Or, you know, no. Tom can punch, and he's a clever man, and he's improving. And this is for the British title. 17 fights in, 17 fights unbeaten. You should be fighting for a British title. That's what it is.
Good shot. Let me talk to you about one of the other fighters. I still see that smile on the face from the WBC title win by Tony Bellew a couple of weeks ago at the Goodison. How is he? What's he up to? And what's sort of?
He's on holiday. Enjoying some family time, some well-deserved family time.
It was an emotional night for you guys.
Oh mate, yeah, totally lost any sort of cool and chill that I've got about me. Totally lost it. Yeah, it meant a lot. It meant everything. It was, you know, we've been friends for about a decade now, and he was the reason that I got back into boxing as a trainer. I'd practiced in coaching fighters, but he asked me after the Stevenson fight, he asked me to train him. We're going to move to cruiserweight, and the goal was to win a world title. So the fighters that I've had since the McDonald twins, David Price, having success with them has only happened because Bellew got me back into it. Because if he wasn't a friend, I wouldn't have come back into it. If it had just been a normal fighter, that's me to come back to training fighters, I wouldn't have bothered. But because it was my friend, I said yeah, and with the sole intention of him winning a world title. So he had to win a world title for it to be right, because, you know, having success with other fighters, but then not to have had that success with him for the reasons coming back, it wouldn't have been right, you know. So I'm kind of like, it gives you like an inner peace sort of thing, because your mission's accomplished sort of thing.
I was going to say, do you feel
Yeah.
like your job's done, like?
Yeah. So if I was to retire tomorrow, I'm kind of like, I've done what I came back for. But unfortunately, it's like basically even on the night, I set goals for the next. So, you know, my mission now is I've got a heavyweight in my gym that I need to become a world champion. You know, and I've got a super bantamweight that's WBC number 2. I need to become a world champion. So there's goals there. So I never get any time off. There's no resting.
Well, what's the latest with the talks between Bellew and Haye? Because there was talks straight away. They're both going to fight before the end of the year, and then if it goes ahead, if they both come through that all right, and things get sorted out, then I can see that happening. How did that one come about? Because everyone was talking about Joshua Haye, and then Bellew does the job against McCoy.
The funny thing is David A. He was one that really kind of like started the ball rolling. Everyone thinks it's Bellew shouting him out. It was Haye that actually got in touch with Tony, saying not to fight Masterneck for the European title, to fight on his bill, and then we can fight after. But Tony wanted the world title at cruiserweight, you know, and as soon as he's won the world title, the first name that pops in his head, all right, you wanted it, here I'm at.
Quickly, want to talk about the brothers, the McDonald brothers. What's the dates for both of them?
Just waiting on a date. Be September for Gavin.
Okay.
Might be a bit early for Jamie, or it might be September. They're both in the gym now, so we're working towards whatever date comes up.
You know, with Jamie, did you feel like he's not been given the credit that he deserves? He doesn't, does he? Because he's gone to America and he's done a job last year.
He's been, you know, we've kind of accepted that's how it's going to happen. And the fact is, so many more world titles have come to Britain now. So he's kind of like been forgotten again, which is a shame. But as long as he keeps winning and he racks up those defences or those new belts, then that's all that matters, really.
All right, Dave, I've taken 8 minutes of your time. I know you're rushing back to
Cheers, mate. Yeah, I'm going back home now.
Right, so thank you very much for behind those.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate.
Hey Fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.